Welcome to PNE Pod, the official podcast of the one and only Preston North End Football Club. My name's Niall McCorn.
And I'm Neil Mellor. We'll be talking to some current first team players. We've got some celebrity North End fans and also some former teammates of mine.
Remember to hit subscribe or follow wherever you listen to your podcast to make sure you never miss one. As soon as a new episode is released, it will be dropped straight into your inbox. And we've got a pretty good guest to kick things off, haven't we, Mels?
Yep, this is a former teammate of mine, absolute character. He's roomed with John Parkin. He scored a goal for North End, but not at Deepdale. And he talks about how he started at North End, how it went at North End, and how it finished at North End.
Local lad as well, born in Preston, played for PNE, supported them growing up, remembers running up and down when it was Astro, so he's been around a while.
Yeah, he has been around a while, and he played for the club for over 200 games, so he certainly experienced a great deal. And the North End fans had a good relationship with this lad.
Okay, well, let's hear from him now. The first guest on PNE Pod is Andy Lonergan.
True or false, you've never been sent off?
True.
Never been sent off? Goalie never been sent off?
Is there a time where you should have been sent off? No,
never been sent off.
You must have given some pens away.
Correct decisions. Give away two, I think.
Two
Save
pens.
one of them off Nuge.
Two pens?
Oh, that was for Bolton, actually.
20-year career, 2 pens, that's it.
Saved them both, actually. Saved them both. One against Morecambe in the Cup, and one against Leicester for Bolton.
Must have been some close calls.
There might have been a few more, actually, later on down the line.
You also scored against Leicester as well.
Yeah.
You can't be many Preston keepers that have scored.
Ian Turner scored recently.
I tried to claim that goal.
Did you? Shock.
They popped me hamstring trying to get there.
Yeah. People always talk about it, but it doesn't really bother me. It was a bad kick, really. I tried to kick it out wide and just smashed it down the middle.
What was the score in that game? You remember?
That was the equaliser, 1-1.
1-1. Goalkeeper scores.
Yeah.
Did you speak to the other goalkeeper afterwards,
Yeah.
Kevin Preston?
Kevin Pressman, yeah.
What did you say?
I felt like I was only young at the time, and he was a ledge, Kevin Pressman.
Yeah,
I used to love watching him.
yeah.
And I remember walking, as you do after the game, all the best and that. And he just looked at me and just started smiling. I'm like, he's taking this all right. I said, I'm sorry, mate. He's like, don't worry about it. I'm thinking, if that were me, I'd have been flipping devastated. I'd have been like, get me off this pitch. Do you know what I mean? But no, it was cool.
Has a goalkeeper ever nearly scored against you or not? Whether it be a long kick or a header from a corner or whatever.
No,
I suppose you're desperate for them not to score, aren't you? Thinking anyone but you.
From that far, yeah, of course you are. No, I don't think so.
You must have been sent up a few times, though. End of games and that.
Yeah, hated it.
Just never felt like you were going to...
Nowhere near anything, ever. The only time I got near something, I was playing for Fulham against Chef Wednesday. And I remember because I come up and there's just like a gap at the front post. And I just thought, I'm just going to run there. And I ran. And it sounds mad because it happened so quick. I thought I'd scored. The ball come and I went to head it. And I thought I'd scored. I didn't even head the ball. I missed it. It must have been that far from me. Yeah? But we do set pieces at Everton like day before a game and that. And when there's lacking numbers, like I'll go as an attacker. And I've had so many chances. Even yesterday morning we were doing them and I've got near post, I've pulled off and I've gone to head it and just missed it. What am I doing?
True or false, when you were at Liverpool, you saved a penalty from Mo Salah in training?
We used to do it all the time, right? We used to do practice penalties, and someone was peppering me, saying, get me a Salah shirt. And I'm like, I don't want to ask him. He's a cool guy, Need to give me one. So he's like, I'll do a penalty. I said, right, I'll do you a deal. He loved coffee and that. I'm like, I'm not gonna put money on it, am I? Because what's he want 20 quid for? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So right, if I save it, you give me a shirt. If you score, make you a coffee. He said, sound. Bosh, saved.
Saved it.
You wanted to do another, and I said, job done. I'm off. Yeah.
So, any players that you used to imitate or look up to?
I think Peter Schmeichel was one that every sort of keeper my era looked up to. The way he did things was a lot different to everyone else. So, once I tried to imitate him in the 1v1 situations, you try and practice that, but you still do that now. You watch keepers and you see someone doing something, you'll try and work on that.
Just not the going up and scoring part.
Nah, it's too far to run back as well.
A favourite away ground to play at?
You'll actually quite like this. It sounds mad. Portsmouth. I played there for Leeds once, and I think Leeds take unbelievable following away. And I just remember thinking, the place was booming. They had no reason to be that upbeat, the fans and that. I think we drew 0-0. It was brilliant, just the whole occasion. I really enjoyed it. I like the old school stadiums.
Best number one goalkeeper that's been ahead of you?
There's been some good ones.
Come on, name some. You've had Alisson.
Obviously,
you've had
the best two keepers in the world right now, I've been lucky enough to work with. So Alisson's unreal, and Jordan Pickford, even though he's England's number one, is the most underrated goalkeeper in the world.
Why?
If you watch him, because people are so quick to get on his back for things that are irrelevant to how he performs. If you watch him like I've watched him the last 2.5 seasons, that guy has made so many match-winning saves, incredible saves that no other keeper would make. He's that good. He's by far, he's in the top. Them two are the best keepers in the world.
Are goalkeepers overprotected?
No.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. What about a fullback when he's running back?
You always get cheap free kicks
What
from
about
corners
when a
and set
fullback
pieces.
is running, shepherding the ball out, and an attacker's
Try and
behind
deflect
him,
it.
and they fall over and they get a free kick?
As a goalie, you know you're going to get a free kick all day off the ref.
Did James Trafford get one the other day?
No.
I don't think you two are going to agree on that, are you? Best heckle you've ever heard from the stands?
Heckle?
Surely you must have had some stick from behind the goal over the years.
Yeah, of course.
Loners, you're better on the bench.
I heard one last night, actually, what made me laugh. So we're warming up, and Jordan's a great lad, and he loves giving me stick, right? So, like, doing the crossing before the game, and if I miss it one, I don't say miss it, if it's not perfect for him, he'll just like, oh, your quad all right, or like, you're knackered, your legs have gone, all the time. He just loves doing it. So we're doing them yesterday, me and him, because he didn't play, Java Junior played, and crossing, he's put one in, and he's giving it the big whip, and he's whipping him in and that. Anyhow, he had to take one in the corner, and he sort of duffed it. And I was like, oh, have some of that. It's not that easy, is it? Then he hit another one, same again, and someone behind the in the crowd went, bring it in a bit if you can't reach. That tickled me. But no, heckles.
What about corners? You must have had some from opposition fans, like an away game or something like that.
Flipping my own fans as well. Get off your line.
Burnley fans.
When are you going to make a save, Lonners?
Do you know what though? You just like...
You gave it back to the Burnley fans, didn't you?
Yeah, it was expensive that. I lost my head proper that game. But no, you get it all the time, don't you? I'll be honest, some of the shouts are crap. They are.
You can hear them though, can't you?
You can hear them and you think it's not even funny. I remember playing Bristol City. We used to play them all. It seemed like we used to play them all the time. And
for Preston?
For everyone.
Yeah.
It just happened all the time. And I was behind goal. I just heard his voice all the time. He obviously did it to every keeper. And after about 5 or 6 seasons of it, I turned around, because I think it was at Leeds, with 3-0 up. And one of them were like, I never give it to fans because we were never winning that comfortably. All games seemed to be tight. We're 3-0 up with about 2 minutes to go. I thought, I'm just going to have a look. And I looked round, and the guy that was giving the stick, and it was the same voice, he was about 95 years of age. I just thought, oh, go on, lad. Quality. I didn't expect it. He was shouting some mad stuff. But yeah, brilliant. It's good fun, isn't it?
Any player or team that you never felt you could get the better of during your career?
Do you remember? Preston-wise.
Or maybe even the opposite, one that you always got the better of. There must have been games where you just think, you always beat these.
Certain grounds where I always just think, I'll tell you the team we never got at Swansea. Oh my God, we used to get...
I didn't think you'd mention Swansea on this podcast. Tuesday night, Deepdale were unbeaten in about 20 years on a Tuesday night, and you get lobbed from the halfway line.
Thought you'd mention that. He's very negative, isn't he?
How have you been lobbed from there?
Scored a few tap-ins.
How have you been? Should have saved it, shouldn't you?
Yeah, should have, yeah. Swansea, mate, we used to get battered. Every time we go down, I remember going down on bus, and obviously it's miles away, and like sit with like Sean St. Ledger, Billy, and that. Like, sounds really bad saying this, but like, we'll take a 2-0 defeat right now and get back on that bus. Because they were so good, weren't they?
I did a drugs test after a game, at one of the games at the Liberty, with Gary Monk, and he was in there, and we'd lost 1-0. Felt like we'd lost 6-0. We didn't even get a kick. It was like 1-0. It was like, God, that doesn't look too bad, but we didn't get a kick.
Yeah, they were so good. Like, they were so good how they played. No one really played like that. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's like 4-4-2, back to front quickly, and they're just...
Ball on the ground. Yeah.
De Vries, the keeper, was just spraying it everywhere, and they were brilliant.
Favourite save for Preston?
My best save I made against Sheff Wednesday. You remember we won 2-1 away?
Yeah. Me and Parky scored.
Yeah. So that game was warming up.
I don't even remember your save. I don't remember mine and Parky's goal.
I made loads of saves. I saved the 1v1 after about 15 seconds.
See, underappreciated now, these keepers.
But I remember the warm-up. It was pouring down. I had some new gloves and I had an absolute torrid. I was laughing at how bad I was. I just could not catch the ball. It was incredible. And my goalie coach, Andy Rose, was laughing as well. And he just went, go inside. You'll be all right on the night. So I just went in early and I come out, saved one after about 15 seconds. I remember the right back come all the way through. And after that, I was just on fire. But there was a cross coming from the left. It was a low cross and he got whipped round. And I'm at my near post and I seen Leon Clark, he got off nearly. And I was like, right, the only way I can save this is if I just dive as big as I can and hopefully he puts it that side and he's bullet headed there and I've just dived and I've managed to claw it out and I've got up and I've got on the rebound and I'm like, that was a joke. Neil Collins, my centre half, who the man's just ran off him, so he's all over the gap. He's grabbed me by the shirt, right? The ball's that high. 6 yards out, whipped in. Never, ever been my ball, right? Got on it. I think whoever was like, what a save. Neil's grabbed me and just gone, get off your lane.
Neil Mellor scored. Preston take the lead. And that's exactly what it means to Neil Mellor to score in the West Lancashire derby.